Hey guys, what's up? Hope you guys have had a great week. I know I have. Just went through a few things. Got a new gig. I've been doing some magic for some people. Looks like there's a possibility that other people are gonna hire me, maybe even long term. We'll see. But either way, I hope you guys had a great week. Today we're here to learn a trick, and this is a great trick. And it's more of a principle than just a trick. It's something that can be used for many different types of tricks. You've probably seen it used before. If you are new to magic, this is good for you. If you know magic really well, you probably already know this. That's the key card method. But for those who don't know about it, I'm going to be sharing it. And you can find it in pretty much every book of magic at some point. If you've read a book of magic, you will. And I know that I was personally taught it by a friend of mine back in high school. And then when I got a book, it was in the book too. So here, I'm going to show you what it's basically like, what you can do with it, because everybody wants to see what can you do with it. So the cool thing is you can have somebody lay cards down, face down on the table. After they've shuffled the deck, by the way, they can shuffle the deck. And then they can stop at any point. Let's say they stop here. And then you say, memorize the last card you laid down. So they memorize that card. So you memorize this card right here, the King of Diamonds. Then the rest of the cards are put, in their hands, are just put right on top of those cards that were laid down. And the deck can be given a cut. And then you can proceed to find their card. You can have a story with it. You can do it all sorts of different ways. But either way, you can find their card, and really quickly. So here's the method. It's called key card because you memorize a special card. So what you do is you memorize the card that's on the bottom of the deck. This is why they can shuffle it. Most people, when they shuffle, will flash the bottom of the deck after they're done shuffling. And if they don't, you can have any excuse you want. So I'll give you an example of an excuse you can use to see it. Let's say they start laying cards down like this. As they lay them down, dun 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 dun, and they get to their card and they memorize it. And you have them memorize that one card. When you have them pick it up, tell them to cover it with the back of this hand. See, like this, so that you can't see the back of the card or anything. You know what I mean? To cheat. And in that moment, you can glance and you can see if you can see what this card is. In some cases, you'll be able to see this through here. And then you'll know what card it is. And then put it down. And in the next case, that you tell them to put it on top, and when they put it on top, most of the time, they will flash it at some point because they're gonna drop it like this. Boom. And you'll see what it is. Then, since you know that key card, it is now next to their chosen card, because you knew what card was on the bottom, and now that it's set down on top of the card that they memorized, it's next to it. As long as they don't shuffle the deck, they can cut it pretty much all they want. They're not very likely to cut it in the exact same spot. And then if you find the card that you've memorized, you find the card that they chose. That simple. Now, as you can imagine, this is great for finding a card, which means you can do hundreds of other tricks using this method to find a card. You can have somebody choose a card, and then you can make their card appear from behind their ear, or whatever, as long as you know how to do that. So this is just a great method. The other thing is nice is that people can feel like they're in control. So you get the person the deck of cards and say, well, I want to shuffle the deck. We say, sure, here's a method, you can shuffle the deck. Because a lot of sleight of hand versions that are just built on manipulating cards, they can't shuffle the deck or anything like that. Or they have to put the card in a specific spot, or you have to be able to have them put it somewhere, and then you know what their card is. And hey, it still looks amazing, but there's something great about not even having to touch the deck of cards and still being able to figure out what their card is. So that's the key card method. I hope you guys like it. If you want more, subscribe. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Hope to see you guys again next week.